Hello everyone, my name is Maria Galvez and I'm currently working on my master's in public administration with a focus on emergency management. My book analysis will be done on Hurricane Camille, Monster Storm of the Gulf Coast by Philip D. Hearn. I want to provide a breakdown of the book and explain a little what each chapter contains. The book is based on the disaster event of Hurricane Camille. The plot of the book is the location of landfall for Hurricane Camille, which was Pass Christian, Mississippi. Hurricane Camille landed as a Category 5 hurricane and is considered to be ranked number 2 in the most intense landfall in the history of U.S. hurricanes. According to the book, a Category 5 hurricane has winds greater than 155 miles per hour, a pressure less than 27.17, and a storm surge higher than 18 feet. The result is catastrophic and causes extreme damage to mobile homes, signs, trees, windows, floors, roofs, industrial buildings, and all structures located less than 15 feet above sea level and within 500 yards of shoreline. Massive evacuation is required on low ground within 5 to 10 miles offshore. Camille created a total damage of $11 billion. This made Camille the second most expensive hurricane in the history of the United States at that point. Camille killed 172 individuals, which included 41 individuals that were reported missing in the Mississippi area. The book is divided into 7 different sections. The first section introduces the 15 survivors, which the author uses to tell the story of Hurricane Camille. The second part provides a description of the history of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The third part describes the history of hurricanes in the United States and how they are tracked. The fourth section actually describes what happened during Hurricane Camille. The fifth section provides a description of the storm as it was being tracked and the damages it caused. The sixth section describes the survivors' point of view of Hurricane Camille and tells their story. The seventh section describes the measures that were taken after Hurricane Camille to prepare for future Camille. The slide shows the before and after of one of the apartment complexes mentioned in the book. This was an apartment building in which characters in the book were staying when Hurricane Camille landed. Obviously, you can see the difference of the damage that Hurricane Camille caused. The Office of Emergency Preparedness provided $403 million in response to disasters for Hurricane Camille. I thought it would be interesting to mention that Hurricane Camille, the name, was retired due to the devastating damage that the hurricane caused. I think overall the author believes that Camille helped shape emergency management in a limited way in the Mississippi coastal areas. Although Camille did have a huge impact on how the coastal areas would provide hurricane warning, many coastal areas rebuilt their areas stronger, but not necessarily implementing mitigation measures to prevent such severe damage in future hurricanes. Some of the pros were that Camille inspired the implementation of the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. There was a 13-foot base elevation implemented for new construction. The base elevation at which a new structure would qualify for flood insurance was increased to 21 feet. Biloxi, Gulfport, Long Beach, Pass Christian, and Harrison County adopted floodplain ordinances in line with the minimum elevation provisions of the National Flood Insurance. Some of the cons would include that the opportunities for hazard mitigation were largely ignored in the Gulf Coast massive building effort. Codes were not enforced in many locations where earlier poor construction of buildings had resulted in their complete destruction. Individuals had the mentality that Camille was a once-in-a-lifetime event which could not be planned for or mitigated. This led toward an anti-hazard mitigation attitude. The 30th anniversary of Camille in 1999 provided an opportune time to raise the issue of national hurricane policy and consider policy actions that might better prepare the country for an inevitable Camille's of the future. The national policy unfortunately did not emerge.